Welcome back to another player prop video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Friday, December 6th. We have 4 picks in the video for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4. And if you want more picks, check out the Dynamo private Discord because we post 10 or more picks between the cappers we have in here in the NBA and posting on all sports. You could see private Discord members hitting some big slips here, including this massive 6-pick slip, $20 to win 500 using all of our picks from various sports. Some more big hits, NFL, NBA, you cashing people out. And we've gone on some crazy streaks like 12-3 across all the cappers in the NBA. Look inside my channel on a day we didn't make a video, went 3 for 3 with my NBA picks, just posting my top picks. And then you can see the next day, posted my college football and 3 more NBA picks. Hit on all 6 of those. Back-to-back sweeps in the NBA plus the college football 6 for 6 day. More cappers doing the same. You could see here posting 4 of his top favorite picks in his channel. Tracking and hitting all 4. Another capper posting their top picks. NFL, NBA hit 5 for 5 on that day. The next day went 4 of 5 and then posted hit all their NBA picks 2 days in a row, and that continued on for a third day, hitting all their NBA picks. So click the link down below to join the Dynamo private Discord. Lock in for the NBA season, but we're posting in all sports. You guys saw some of the big wins. Look inside the cappers channels, some of our big win streaks as well. So get in here, less than $1 per day to get access to a ton more picks from the top cappers we have in the Dynamo private Discord. So we'll see you guys over there. Now let's get into this one. For the first pick, going to Kelly Oubre Jr. Over on his points here at 11.5. Liking this one for Kelly Oubre Jr. A line he's been hitting all year. Should get a bump in usage as well with Joel Embiid still out in this one. So I like Kelly Oubre Jr., who's been playing a ton of minutes and scoring effectively, I think, in a good spot on this line. If we look at Oubre on this line at 11.5, something he's hit in over half the games this year in 11 of 20. That includes 3 games with 11 points here. And then you can also do something on outlier. You can look at games without Joel Embiid. This bumps up to 11 of 16 games. He's hit this, and he's also hit this in his last 3 games with 14 or more. You can see the minutes have been there as well. In his last 5 games, he's played at least 29 minutes. You can also use this tool right here and just look at games where he's played a certain amount of minutes. So when he's played over 30 minutes, it's a 4 of 7 hit rate. When he's played at least 33 minutes, it's an 80% hit rate on the season. Last year, this was a 65% hit rate for Oubre. And then also, if you look when he played just 29 or more minutes, an 86% hit rate. So I think a good spot for Oubre. He's been hitting this one, no Embiid, and playing a ton of minutes. So liking this as the first pick for the video. For the second one, going to Damian Lillard here over on his points at 23.5. This one is expected to be a closer game. Milwaukee actually has been playing better as of late, and Lillard has been scoring a ton. Boston has historically been a good defense, but have been giving up some big games, especially to guards, and I'm liking Lillard in this spot. Giannis still playing a ton of minutes and playing well, even though he's been dealing with a lingering injury. I think Lillard has been taking advantage of that and stepping up more of the scoring load. Also expected Chris Middleton back, so that should spread the floor a little bit even more for Milwaukee and Damian Lillard. So liking him to continue to hit this line against Boston here. Also, Boston could possibly be without Tatum, so it could be a closer game like the last one we saw where Detroit was in it the entire time. So liking Lillard for all those reasons. If we look at him on the season, 12 of 18 games he's hit this, including 6 of his last 6 games. So definitely on a hot streak. He's been a big part of why Milwaukee has kept up this winning streak. And you can see the minutes. Basically every game he's going to play 34 plus minutes, except for it's a blowout like this 21-point game where he only played 31 minutes. But minutes are pretty safe. Should be playing mid to high 30s of minutes. Last season he hit this at a 57% hit rate. And when he played 35 or more minutes, it was a 68% hit rate for him. So liking Lillard to have a good one in this, which should be a close and high scoring matchup. Then for the next ones, we're going to go over to Underdog because they have picks up for some of the later games, and Prizepicks only has them up for those 2 games late night on Thursday. So we're going to go over here to Underdog. Should definitely be on both Underdog and Prizepicks and Parlay Play, which have a ton of promos. They'll all be linked down below. You can get free money just for signing up and depositing with all of them, and you can take advantage of different lines, different markets available as well. So Mathurin here, one I'm liking, 18.5 points on the over against Chicago, which has been one of the best matchups in the NBA because they'll score a lot, but also they'll keep a lot of games close. So the core players on both sides are having to play a lot of minutes, can get a good amount of stats. So I'm liking Mathurin here at 18.5, a guy that I've been playing a ton on his points line, and they've recently dropped. So going to be taking advantage of some lower lines on Mathurin in a really great matchup here. So liking this one at 18.5. Mathurin definitely a hot and cold player, but coming up against Chicago defense, 29th in the NBA, allowing over 123 points per game. On the season, he's hit this in 13 of 23 games, but he's seen a huge bump in minutes with Nesmith out and Nembhard was out for a while, who's back now, but Mathurin's still in the starting lineup, still playing a ton even with Nembhard back. You could see in the last 8 or 9 games, the least amount of minutes he's played has been 32, so minutes still going to be up there, especially in close and high scoring games. He's going to be a big part of it, and when he's going, he's really going to be going here, so we could see as of late hasn't been hitting this one as much, but you can see the field goal attempts still have been there, at least 11 attempts or more in all of his last 9 games here. Even can get up there 18 shots, 16 shots in some games. He's just really a hot or cold player. Last game he only made 25% of his shots, 44, 38. 3 games in a row here, 33% shooting. But on the season, he's a 48% shooter from the field and 40% from 3. So if he's knocking down shots and threes at the normal percent that he can, going to be in for a good one and should be getting open looks and a good amount of shots up in this one against Chicago. So liking this spot for him. You can also look at last year, and this was just a 25% hit rate for him. But when he played at least 30 minutes or more, he hit this in 11 of 15 games last season. So the minutes should be there, should be getting up a ton of shots in a great spot, liking this one for Mathurin. For the next one, I'm going to LeBron James over on his points at 22.5. LeBron had a bounce back game in the last one with 29 points after struggling for 4 or 5 games in a row scoring the ball. Coming up against Atlanta should be a great spot where they can put up a good amount of points. Anthony Davis really been struggling as well. LeBron broke out last game. I think he's going to keep it going in this next game and hit this points total. This is one LeBron was smashing before this streak and last season, so I'm liking him to keep going on track here. Getting this one at 22.5 seems pretty good. For LeBron, you can see just under a 50% hit rate, 9 of 22 games for him. Came back with that 29-point game. One before that, he had just 10. Game before that, he had 28. This is a good matchup. Atlanta allows the 27th most points in the NBA, over 118. He definitely had some tough matchups during this stretch where he wasn't hitting this, including Minnesota, OKC, and Denver. So I think in a good matchup, good spot, should be able to smash this one. Last season, looking at this one, he hit this over in 73% of games. So absolutely was crushing this line last year. And especially if you just look at games where he played over 30 minutes, it was a 79% hit rate for him last season. So I think he should be in line for a ton of minutes. And he's already had a couple games out of the last 3 where he's had big scoring totals. So I think he can keep that going, get back on track for the season. I'm seeing a big bounce back game here for LeBron. And the Lakers, even after losing the last one where he put up a ton of points, I think he's going to have a big one and a good bounce back game here for LA, who are actually underdogs in this game to the Hawks. Alright, so if you guys want more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers, check out the Dynamo private Discord. It'll be linked down below. You could join up, get access to a bunch of private channels of cappers in here. You can see private Discord members using our picks and hitting massive slips like $20 to win $500. Some more NFL picks and hits here, more NBA. In my channel on a day we didn't post a video, just posted my 3 favorite NBA picks, all 3 hit. The next day posted 3 college football, 3 more NBA picks, and again hit on all of them, a 6 for 6 day. I also went on a streak of hitting all my NHL picks 3 days in a row, and a lot of people use those to cash out in the Discord. Jordan as well went on a streak, didn't miss an NBA pick in 3 days. Earlier this week, between all the cappers, went 12-3 in the NBA, a crazy streak. So definitely check it out with the link down below. You can get in the private Discord, access to the channels from all these cappers, just posting their top picks here. It's a less than $1 per day. You guys saw private Discord members hitting a $500 slip with our picks, so definitely get in here, check it out. We'll see you guys over in the Discord. Also check out Underdog, and parlay play, different markets, different lines, free money for signing up, and promos. All that will be linked down in the description as well, and we'll see you guys in the Discord.